Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Minecraft Let's Play where we are on week 32. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. So, in all honesty, last week kind of ended on a very small note, obviously. We worked on the nether portal, when we were last finishing up last week, and I wasn't too happy with how things had gone with it. Like, it's very small, honestly. Of course, I talked about the fact that the path is not great here, but yeah, it's just kind of small. There could have been a lot more done with it. So, this week, we obviously have it on this list again, but I also talked about not finishing the villager hall or even working on it, so that is also on this list. However, this week is a week of just probably wrapping up some things that we've been working on for, I'd say, the past few weeks in all honesty, because I want to go ahead, I want to get some chests in the spider farm, hook them up to hoppers obviously, and just have that go. I want to furnish the water wheel. We went ahead and I think 2 weeks ago made the building for the water wheel, and then a week before that we made the actual water wheel. So now I feel just to complete it, finishing up the house for the water wheel would be good. So that takes care of all these. These are all things that we've been working on over the span of the few weeks. And if we have time, which we'll see, I also want to go ahead and work on a shulker shell farm. Now, to be fair, we have a bunch of shulker shells, I believe, in here. We have 65, that's going to turn into 32 shulker boxes. But for this world in the future, my plan is to have farms that will be able to fill shulker boxes with all their loot. So I have the ingredients here for a shulker shell farm. As you can see, I'll go ahead and stay on these for just a little bit longer than I just did, just so you guys can kind of see the ingredients. But yeah, we'll be making a shulker shell farm possibly later this week, if not next week. But the first item on this list was the spider farm chest, which means I need to make a few hoppers and I need to make a few chests, probably about 15 of each, and then we'll head over to the spider farm to go and implement it into the farm. So let's go ahead and do it. Alright, so now that we're actually here, the way we have this set up will actually help us when coming to make a storage system for this, due to the fact that all I need to do for these is take these three, drag them across to here, and then have them go into one singular water stream, and then have that water stream go over the top these chests and hoppers. So I think what I'm going to do at least is I will start here with the chest, and of course we were opening up to the sunlight. Why wouldn't we? Alright, but yeah, we'll go 5 blocks here, and then we gotta go back 3. You know what, let me just take out the sand that's gonna be in our way. So now what we do is we go ahead and put the chest down, which shouldn't be too bad. Then we gotta place the hoppers below. One thing I realized that I also have to do that I almost forgot is I need to place down slabs here so that we can still open up the chest when we want to. Actually, they don't need to be here, they need to be on the other blocks, because we don't want the water to go over top these chests. But we do still need to, not with sand, we need to cover over with terracotta right here, and preferably here too. We'll go ahead and place these chests down right here. So that takes care of the storage part, obviously, and it's a lot of storage. We probably won't need all of it, but just in case. We're gonna have the water go to here, and we'll have a water stream start here, so that'll flow on top of all of these. And now we need to bring the other water sources over here. I also just realized it's not supposed, the water doesn't need to be here. The water needs to be, I think, here. I think if I break here, different idea. If I break this, right, but I go ahead and place a sign here, so this water doesn't have the issue. So I need to bring all of these across, like so. So this one needs to go like this over to here. This one is just way too far. I just realized this section needs to be here with the sand there. Like, let me put the blocks down, right? This will break up like so. So that definitely throws the item into the next stream. And then what we'll do is we will break this, place a block here, and then I gotta do the exact same about here. So that needs to go there. Bucket placed here. Alright, so now if I stand here and I attack these guys, Alright, I get some of the drops because, well, it's standing right here, but it should start flooding into here. And they gotta disperse throughout all the chest, which is fine. And yeah, this actually works now. Obviously it doesn't look great because it's got all this, it's got water dripping. Could have probably put some slabs here, but I mean, at the moment for me when it comes to farms, it's more functionality over presentation, which, well, it functions. Like even this doesn't look that great because there's not slabs over the top of this part, but there's slabs over this because there's water right here and I didn't want the water to come out here. But oh well. I'm just glad we went ahead and now have like an actual storage system so that I can literally just stand here if I want and every so often just kind of like click. I have to click twice obviously, but some items do get stuck and that is alright. I'm pretty sure that if I can get like some string to go around, it might move, but yeah. Otherwise, this works out pretty well, and I missed. Lovely. But yeah, no, even though it doesn't look great, I'm still happy with how this farm has turned out. I probably will come back, don't get me wrong, and fix this spider farm because, like I said, it doesn't look too great, and I feel like over time, our world should look great. But yeah, I'll probably go ahead, replace these blocks with like slabs so we're not blocking our head constantly around here, and as well as I'll probably go ahead and actually, turn these walls into something that's not. That's why I didn't break that. Turn these walls into something that's not orange terracotta. But yeah, for now, I'll leave it as is, and we'll go ahead and do something else. And now that we're back, the thing we're actually going to work on is the base improvements that I have listed here, which is furnishing this water wheel, like, house, I guess, as well as the nether portal really needs a revamp, like I said before, so that's kind of the plan at the moment. I also realized that I don't know what I'm going to do with this house. Like, don't get me wrong, it looks nice, and it's actually quite open, but I don't know what a water wheel necessarily does exactly. Like, I know usually is that you take the log from here, or like the pole, I guess. Right now it's a log. But you take the pole and you move it in, and then there's another pole that's connected to like a gear, and there's another gear, so it's a 90-degree turn, and that's supposed to do something, but I legitimately don't know what that is. So, and I don't know how we're gonna do that in Minecraft, so I don't know what we're doing right now. I'm just kind of play this by ear, and we'll see what happens. And there we go. We now have a fully furnished house out of this little building I made, which, let me just give you the tour really quick. So you walk in, here's the carpet. I didn't really know what else to put here without like making it feel cramped, so I thought carpet would work. You got 2 wolves. We have a nice little area here, just has one of our many pottery shards. This has shelter going around the whole way. I guess I technically didn't need to do that because you can't even see the back. I don't know, I might change that in the future because seeing as I can get the pottery shards back, so it's fine. You come into here, supposed to be a kitchen area. I mean, looks alright. There's storage in here. There's nothing in here at the moment, but there's storage. A little plant to tie in the room together. Bedroom has 2 bookshelves, chest that has nothing in it to it again. Again, very simplistic. Then we come down to the basement, and this is kind of what I thought of. So, water wheel has just a log going into here, which is supposed to be quote-unquote turning something, like churning the water. Don't know why. Didn't know what to do with the water wheel, to be honest. Just aesthetically, the water wheel was a good idea, but in the end, it's not really doing much of any favors at the moment. So, table with cactus on top of it, table with a flowering azalea, and then over here, we've got more storage space, obviously, and then this is kind of like a forging area. That's why you've got the grindstone, you've got the smithing table. I forgot what the name for that was for a second. Have some furnaces. I've been thinking of changing these to blast furnaces. We'll see about that. It was just more cheap to make them just regular furnaces. Then you have the cauldron for like what they usually do to quickly cool down the metal. And then obviously the anvil for, well, actually making your tools. So all in all, I think it looks a little bit better. It's a very open floor plan down here, and I might change some things down here eventually, but I thought that was fine. This up here though is probably going to stay the way it is. It is very nice and cozy. It's a nice home area above the water wheel, and I thought, I think it turned out pretty good. And now that we've gone ahead and furnished that building, I know I said that I was going to work on both the nether portal as well as the water wheel, but due to some complications this week, I am having to actually postpone the nether portal change, so it's going to stay the same as it is currently, and it'll probably be pushed back until next week. So I apologize for that, as well as we're going to have to push the shulker shell farm back to next week as well, because I really want to get some work done on the villager hall. At least go ahead and figure out more to do with the actual villager hall, see what we're going to possibly be doing with it. But for now, I'm hoping to kind of figure out where all the job sites are going to go, as well as I'm thinking about building another portal over there. So that is the plan, and I will meet you guys over at the villager hall. And alright, so now that we're actually here, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and make another portal at the back wall here, like the far back wall, just because I think that would probably be the best place to have it, due to the fact that I want to be able to get between here and our base a lot quicker, because I don't know what materials I'm going to be using for this build, and it'd just be easier for me to go ahead and travel from here to here if I have another portal and not have to constantly fly. So, let's see, where's the center here? The center is these two blocks, so if I run all the way back to here, we'll probably place it about here, I'd say. I forgot I have the beacon currently on. And yeah, so we will take the all this obsidian, make a 4-wide portal, and now when we light it, I actually need the coordinates for this block, so negative 1964, 619 turns into, this turns into negative 246, 78. So now we have to head back to our base and go through our nether portal and link up these portals together. Alright, now that we're at the location that I need to build this portal, which I think I need to build this portal at because I just realized I was looking at the wrong coordinate system, but oh well. We will go ahead and see if these link up. So, we light this portal, and I will actually go ahead and just take this with us. I'm gonna go in. Alright, cool. Oh, good lord. Hello, everybody. It's nice to see you. You know, at some point I probably do want to actually, light this area up due to the fact of this guy, but, I haven't had good luck with creepers recently. But alright, now that we actually have a faster way of getting to the base, let me actually figure out what we're going to be doing with this now. So I did actually go ahead and bring our shulker box here that had everything, so we're going to figure out what the size of the room is going to be. This will obviously be into the wall, or not into the wall, but there will at least be like a back wall here. So we'll probably extend it out all the way to here. So while these do just look like logs at the moment, obviously this is kind of the floor plan, so these dictate a room with the door. These are rooms with like open doors, open floor plans. This will be the center portion where I will have whatever I decide to put in between these. And then this is the same room, and then door right here, which honestly I'm going to move these two and just kind of put right to one part there. All right, now what I'd like to do at least is figure out which spot is going to have which jobs. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the rooms really quick by putting down andesite, because I think that'll just be a good border block to have right here. If I want to change this later, I can always change it, but we'll see about that. So yeah, this will be the border, because what I'm thinking, right, is that I wanted to have a pattern slightly for each of these, and well, the pattern is going to be a little bit different. Sorry, not a pattern. I want to have a design for each of these, because I want to have a design that kind of indicates what each of these job blocks will be, because we've got, let's go over to here really quick. We've got all these together to form a room. We have the lecterns, which that's going to be easy. We're just going to have like a little library area for these guys. Looms and stone cutters, I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that. These will probably be two separate floor designs. And then also these three right here is going to be a little bit hard. This is going to be the most difficult one to figure out, but it's a future sky problem at the moment. I know this is going to sound great, but I think I'm actually going to go ahead and change these out for spruce, at least for the time being, because what I'm thinking is we have spruce here and then maybe a stripped dark oak line going all the way down to here. I also forgot I actually should put the border here too, but I don't think I have enough blocks for that. And lo and behold, I was correct. All right, so we need more andesite. We're going to need the spruce logs, we're going to need the dark oak logs, and I think what would be good is just to kind of figure out how tall I want this place to be and stuff like that right now. So I will go ahead and grab those things and I'll build a little bit first. You know, while building this, I realize I'm gonna have to move this beacon at some point because it's just gonna get in the way of actually building the thing. All right, so now that we have these blocks down, I do want to go ahead and change out this grass. Obviously, I'm not too sure. Probably just gonna be more wood slabs if I were to guess, all the way down. So what I was thinking is that I want to go ahead and make a carpet that goes all the way down, and I'm gonna have it be a lime green carpet or a dark green carpet. I'm not too sure. Probably lime green if I were to guess because it'll contrast with the darker colors I have here. But the other issue with that is I don't have green dye on me, and I also don't have enough cactus probably to produce that much green dye. So I smell a cactus farm in the future. But yeah, and I was also thinking, like, I don't want this room to be entirely rectangular. What I was thinking is that we'll have possibly it go up a bit more because we're gonna have two levels to this, right? Like we're gonna have you go into the room, or either you go here and you can go up to the next level. But I wanted to also have two floors, and then I'm thinking possibly arch it up at the top for the hallway. I don't know how well that would work out here at the front, but I think it'd look nice on the inside, and then maybe have glass running down the center. But then the other issue is these rooms are going to mainly be square, so how do I do these rooms then? Do I do square here and then make a dome-like shape on the top, but have it so that it kind of just works with the, like, just plop a dome onto a square room? Or do I do something else that doesn't have a dome at all? Because I can't change how I have the floor plan currently, because that's just gonna work, and I'd rather keep it that way. I'm not sure. I will think about that. But right now I want to get this floor taken out and put in some wood, so let me do that really quick. And obviously we're just going to go along the lines here, and I'm making this out of slabs just to kind of reserve resources because I know I'm going to have to go ahead and grab more eventually, but right now I just don't feel like doing so. So we'll do with what we have. There we go, this is starting to look a little bit better now. And now we should probably go ahead and figure out the idea of a second floor for these places, because right now the way we have it, it is strictly a one floor building because there's no way of getting up. I'm actually not too sure how I want to do this, because I want to keep this open due to the fact that we have the possible pixel art. Maybe I want to do pixel art here because I think that would honestly be a neat detail, but this also is a perfect size to just have ladders going up, but I also don't want to do that because we'll probably need a wall here for later reasons due to the fact of having water columns here, which I also just realized might ruin the pixel art anyway, so I'm not too sure what I want to do here. Or I could go ahead and put the water column streams on the edges and just have it go and flow all the way down. The only issue with that, though, is that if I do it that way, that means I'm going to have this one going all the way over here and then flowing down into this room. This one would make more sense because, you know, it goes around and then comes into here, but you can honestly tell that I haven't planned this out that well. We could also just have the ladders like right here, like literally right on the edge, and then have like a platform above. That might work too. And this is kind of what I landed on, just putting the ladders here, I think will be fine, because we'll go up here, and this will kind of, this will be all the way up to the second floor, and these will just kind of be the little pillars, I guess, that we'll be using to get up here. And then we'll have like a walkway going, I think, a little bit on into the hallways so that you can go from room to room. So it'll probably go to here, so we'll have two blocks that are just open, and I think they'll be good enough to be able to see the skylight, because you'll have two blocks here to walk on and then a block here for a railing. Or what we can do is we can have two blocks here, and then this block also doubles as the railing if we put trap doors on the side when we actually put something up here, which I think that might actually work better because I like the idea of having 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. I want to be able to see the skylight is the issue, so yeah, I think we'll stick with that plan for now. Now the question is, how tall do I want this? And I think we'll just go ahead and do dark oak to make the rim for where we're going to be placing this, so let me go do that really quick. We are definitely going to need more dark oak, so I'm probably going to have to go and grab a lot more of it between weeks, but right now I'm just going to use what we have. So let's say we put it here, right? Do I want to actually raise it up one? I feel like if I raise it up one, I might be able to do an archway a little bit better. Yeah, let's raise it up one. I also don't like it here because I feel like I'm bonking my head every time I jump. Actually, if we figure out the archway situation now, I can figure out where I want to put the these, so let's do that really quick. So let's make this. Now, I do like this archway. That does mean, though, that the dark oak's going to be like starting from about here. Kind of. It's not going to exactly, because we'll go ahead and put the pathway right here. So it's not actually going to start from here, but it will start probably, I would say, not that far from it. It's probably going to be about here. Oh, God. I mean, I guess I can build it that high, but I feel like that's a little bit of excessive. Maybe we ditch the archway. That might be the best thing. We might ditch the archway and then have this be the height. And that means I'm only going to have to increase this by 1, which I'm fine with. Well, I'll have to increase it by a little bit more, but right now, you know what, let's check that out. You know, I just realized the skylight's not going to work that well in here, is it? Because of the fact that it's constantly snowing, unless I put torches down, but we'll see. I've realized an issue with this now, of the pixel art at least, because I can't do a pixel art of an emerald here if the bar goes across the center of it, and I want the bar to go across the center of it so it's easy to access the second floor from wherever you're standing. Alright, whatever. But yeah, this is kind of what the second floor is going to look like. You probably see that I didn't necessarily finish it exactly at the moment, and that's just because of the fact that, well, it's under the beacon right now. It's the same with the ladder right here. There's a ladder missing. But yeah, no, so this would be where the walkway for the second floor would be. You can come up here and you can just kind of walk around up here to wherever room you are trying to get. I mean, the rooms are actually going to be pretty tall, to be honest. So I don't know. Hopefully this is fine, but we will see. We will see if I'll be tearing this down later. But yeah, so inevitably this is how tall the rooms are going to be, because this kind of mirrors the bottom part of this. And if I want to make like an arch, this is going to be a really big room. Like, just have like a half circle or something go ahead and go across this thing. It's going to be, I wouldn't say gigantic, but it's going to be pretty big size comparison wise. But I mean, I like how this is coming along, and I know I'm using a bunch of wood and stone again just for a lot of things, but I promise when we actually get into detailing the rooms, it's not just going to be wood and stone. It's going to actually be different types of blocks to kind of signify, hey, this is what you're getting into when you're actually, you know, trading with these guys. And I'm also thinking about doing something similar out here, because right now this is kind of barren and I don't like how it looks. So what I'm thinking is that we possibly go ahead and add banners here that kind of signify, hey, this is this trader or this trader. We just have something out here to do so, because otherwise this is pretty barren. I'm definitely thinking that right here we'll put down some lime green banners, because this will be like, hey, this is our storage room, and this is probably where most of our emeralds are going to be too, to be honest. So yeah, I'm thinking lime green banners here, and then we will definitely figure out other things. But I've gotten distracted this entire time. I said I was going to figure out in which area each job was going to be, so let's do that really quick. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead and actually take out a chest per area, because this will just be easier for me to mark down, hey, this is where this is, hey, this is where this is where this is, for later use. And of course I misplaced that. So what I'm thinking is that the thing that makes the most sense to me right now is that the ones we're going to be using the most of should be the ones that go near the end, because all their trades are going to get thrown into here, and we're going to want to be able to access their trades almost as soon as we basically trade with them. So I'm definitely thinking that back here the librarian should go, and then I don't actually know who else I would use immediately, because the issue right now at least is that I'm going to be using farmers a lot probably, but the clerics I'm also going to be using a lot due to our gold farm. So actually, I just now thought about this. This might make the most sense, because I think this I think the Fletcher also uses string as a trade possibly. And if we combine these three together, this is the string farm, this is our crops farm, and this is our zombie piglin farm. So if we have these together here, these will be the largest trades here, which will go ahead and get funneled into these faster. And then these two don't really matter, so I'm just going to go ahead and I think think I'm going to go throw this one over here just for a balance of jobs, because we've only got librarians in this one, and I think over here having something other than librarians would probably be for the best. At least that's just my opinion, so I'm going to throw the multitude of jobs into here, and then we'll throw in the shepherd and the mason into here. So there's how many jobs on each side? This would be 8 jobs, and this would be 5 jobs. It's probably the most balance I'm going to get out of this, just because it's 1, 7, 2, and then 3. So the only way to really balance that is to put all these on one side, and I can't necessarily do that right now. God, this place is a mess. But with all that being said and done, it is actually that time of the week again where I have to go ahead and end up this episode, because I spent way too much time decorating and not enough time on other things. I'm sorry, it happens, but I'm glad with the progress we've made on this. Like, even though it does seem very bare bones right now, we actually do have a lot planned here. Like, we have the height of the second floor, we have the kind of style I want to do for the hallway, we know where I want the job blocks, which I'm going to actually have to figure out next week where exactly I want to line all this up, which we can actually do now though when I end up putting in the second floor ring and figuring out what I want to make the edges of the back rooms with, or not the back rooms but the back of the rooms. And then of course we went ahead and made the storage system for our spider farm, as well as did a little bit of decorating, cough a little, it took about an hour, of our water wheel building, which honestly I'm pretty happy with how all of it turned out. But yeah, that will be it for this week. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys take care, have a great week, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next one. Alright, take care guys, and bye bye.